Okay, so what will you do if a stranger tries to get the attention of someone you deeply care about? Will you be angry and frustrated, or will you act like Baki Hanma? See, when it comes to the anime Baki, it's mostly known for its intense fights and super strong muscular characters. But you know what? There's something more hidden beneath all that action, something really important that we often overlook in our own lives too. And today I want to talk about a valuable, underrated lesson that we can all learn from Baki, something that can make our lives better. So it's season 2 of the Baki series and we are introduced to Muhammad Ali Jr. And from the very beginning, Ali Jr. comes across as a pretty arrogant and overconfident guy, a character who quickly becomes one of the show's most disliked characters. You see, Muhammad Ali Jr. wasn't just interested in boxing, he wanted our boy Baki's title, the title of the world's strongest. But that wasn't all. He had his eyes set on something else, something much more personal, and that is Baki's girlfriend, Kozue. Ali Jr.'s actions were motivated by more than just rivalry or competition. They emerged from something deeper which many of us understood when we saw it, and it's envy. Even though Ali Jr. is aware that Kozue is Baki's girlfriend, in one of the episodes of the second season, he boldly approaches her and proposes to marry her. He announces his intention to fight her boyfriend Baki. Now Kozue, who was confused and shocked by the whole situation, approached Baki and told him about the marriage proposal without directly mentioning Ali Jr.'s name. She also asked Baki for his thoughts on the matter. And Baki, being the calm and collected guy that he is, gave an extremely important response. At first he admits he would be upset, which is understandable. But then he says something unexpected. Baki tells Kozue that it's entirely her call and he doesn't want to interfere or make decisions for her. In other words, he respects her independence and freedom of choice. And Kozue, after hearing him, was taken aback. Later, in a park where Baki and Kozue were enjoying some quiet time together, Ali Jr. unexpectedly showed up and boldly declared his desire to marry Kozue. Baki, who was surprisingly calm in this situation, started to question Ali Jr.'s intentions. He was curious if Ali Jr. was trying to provoke him with this proposal. However, Ali Jr. was quite confident in his approach and stated that he was acting like a man should in this matter. Baki, in his usual composed manner, responded with something truly remarkable. He told Ali Jr. that Kozue didn't belong to anyone, not even to him. Their relationship was built on their own promises to each other, and it shouldn't be something that tied Kozue to him exclusively. Baki wanted to make it crystal clear that anyone had the right to fall in love with Kozue, and they were free to express their feelings for her. Ultimately, the decision rested with Kozue herself. She had the freedom to choose who she wanted to be with. I never thought I would learn such an important lesson from this whole scenario. Usually when it comes to Baki, it's all about training, big muscles and fights. Even if you look up on YouTube, you'll find videos on how to get a body like Baki or how to train and eat like him. But amidst all this, there are some underrated lessons which go unnoticed, and we are going to talk about that. In life, we often get caught up in small, not so important things. Baki had this massive goal of defeating his father, Yujiro Hanma, who is the world's strongest person. So when Ali Jr. tried to get his girlfriend Kozue, he couldn't afford to be distracted. It's like that iconic scene from the movie The Matrix with the lady in the red dress. If you get distracted, you lose the sight of your real goals. In real life, it's easy to get distracted by irrelevant issues. Just like Baki couldn't afford to be distracted from his ultimate goal, if you too have big ambitions and dreams, it's crucial not to let minor issues divert your attention. You have to stay focused on your path just as Baki did. Now here's the important thing. When it comes to relationships, it's essential to understand that if someone genuinely cares about you, they won't just walk away. In fact, they will support you till the end of the line. But if they start showing interest in someone else, it's often better to let them go, even though it can be painful. This decision is not only for your well-being but also for your growth and your journey towards your goals. Moreover, it reflects your maturity too. Only those lacking in maturity, perhaps acting like a little childish or immature, would cling to these petty conflicts, engaging in drama while neglecting their mental health and their life goals. But if you're mature like Baki, you look at the big picture and make a composed and calm decision regarding your life. And speaking of maturity, we can see it in the final fight between Baki and Muhammad Ali Jr. Ali Jr. entered the fight with an aim to impress Kozue, acting as what some might call a simp. He was overconfident about beating Baki and taking the title of the world's strongest. On the other hand, Baki entered the arena with a calm and collected mindset. Even Ali Jr. noticed this and lost the hope of winning right from the very beginning. This difference in the mental states was evident, and well, we all know how the fight ended. It was over in less than 3 minutes, and Ali Jr. was nowhere close to Baki in terms of strength and fighting skills. He couldn't even land a single punch on Baki. This stark contrast in their maturity level is not only reflected in their fights but also in their overall character. Baki's ability to stay focused on what truly mattered, both in terms of his goals and his emotional well-being, showed his true maturity. Meanwhile, Ali Jr.'s immaturity led him down a path of overconfidence and ultimately defeat. Another important lesson we can learn from the whole scene of telling Kozue that she is free and has the right to decide who she wants to be is self-contentment. You see, Baki used to be quite different. He craved attention and approval from others, especially from his father and mother. Like many of us, he once relied on external validation to feel good about himself. But as the story unfolds, we see a transformation in Baki. He is no longer dependent on others' opinions to define his self-worth. He has become perfectly okay with who he is, even when he is alone. This is a big deal because it's not easy to break away from the need for validation. Seeking validation has become a big deal in our real lives, especially with the rise of social media. We often measure our self-worth based on the number of likes, comments, or followers we have. It can be quite addictive, and we may find ourselves craving for that external approval, leading to our only source of happiness. So what can we do about it? Well, Baki's lesson teaches us to be self-content. Instead of depending on others to feel good about ourselves, we should aim for self-contentment. It's about realizing that our worth isn't determined by the likes or comments. It's about being happy with who we are, whether or not we get that virtual thumbs up. You can begin by acknowledging your own achievement and growth. Set personal goals and work towards them for your own satisfaction, not just to impress others. If social media is getting to be too much for you, take breaks in between. Connect with your inner self through meditation or self-reflection. Remember, like Baki, you don't need others to complete you. People come and go in life just like waves on the shore, and that's perfectly normal. Instead of holding on to people tightly and being possessive, Baki teaches us that it's okay to let go and let things happen naturally. It's about trusting yourself and having faith that you can find happiness within yourself. In the end, we need to accept who we are. Seeking validation from others, especially on social media, can be a risky factor. Instead, we should focus on our own growth and not let outside opinions define us. Baki's maturity in dealing with Ali Jr.'s approach shows that it's okay for people to come and go in our lives. We should not become possessive or jealous because life is full of ups and downs. So stay focused on your goals, ignore distractions, and find contentment within yourself. It's a simple yet powerful lesson that can help us live happier and more fulfilling lives. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.